market, we are noticing a lot of branded developers getting into, redevelopment projects, slum rehabilitation projects. So when it comes to Ajmera Group, what are the key factors that you keep in mind while you evaluate such projects, and how do you align the company's vision and values?
So as I said, we are also focusing a lot into redevelopment of slums or societies or MADA, because that's where something which we are working on. So take any, when we look at any of these projects, or when we really bid for any of these projects, or we evaluate it as based on a when I look at it, can I really add value to the location? Can I really add value? Can I bring in something which will make the brand Ajmera really proud, and something which whoever is probably my buyer would want to stay here, because A, it's an Ajmera brand, B, the location is great, C, the amenities are really nice,
Hmm.
and D is something, it's value for money. So these are the four basic things which we really look, that if these criteria really match in, we push for that project. So even if it is slum, even if it is society redevelopment, these are the things which we really look at. The location primarily, yes, the demand
Hmm.
around the area, and that's where we focus on. So just to give a prime example, recently we concluded a transaction, and obviously the work is on today. It's at Juhu,
Hmm.
right? Very good location,
Yeah.
something which people really want to look at. Secondly, where we when we looked at that property, we saw that Juhu significantly has profit projects, everyone surrounding it. Why don't we look at projects which is where something is not really surrounding the building, but it is more of an openness and vast, like open views available. So that was some location which we really got in. We got that society, we got that building, which permanently will have, one side is a Cafe Azmi Park, one side is, it's the road, 10th road, and there is no buildings or no future projects coming in and around. So openness is going to be there. That is something
Right.
which probably is very rarely now seen in
Yeah.
Juhu as compared to earlier. So that's where we really pushed that, to see that
Hmm.
can we get this society, and we do whatever it takes to how we want to do it, right? So that's how we push ourselves to get into projects which we feel will add value to our brand.
So when it comes to challenges, which project do you feel has more challenge? Is it slum rehabilitation project, or is this redevelopment project?
Well, honestly speaking, in a city, in real estate, and especially Mumbai, challenges are, if there is no challenges in real estate, then it's not a project. I
Hmm.
mean, I'm being very honest. There will be challenges. If I
Hmm.
have a land, there will be some title issues or some permission related issues or something like that. If I have a slum, then slum issues will be there, or something related to land title will be there. Societies will have their own challenges, different mindsets,
Hmm.
different views, different opinions. To align them to come together to one consensus is
Hmm.
something where we work on. So it's different. So if I'm looking at a land, I deal with one landlord, or
Yeah.
probably it's family. If I'm looking at slum, I'm dealing with 600 people, right?
Yeah.
Which their decisions are, they do matter, but obviously they also now work towards growth. And if I look at society, it's 100 people, 75 people, 50 people, different mindsets, different people working, giving their opinion. So
Hmm.
everywhere there are challenges, but
Yeah.
to come out of it and to really work towards, to see that we get the
Hmm.
project, or we strike that project, is where that's where a real developers USP would come in. So um, it's not specific to a society, it's not specific to a slum or a land.
Hmm.
Everywhere challenges are there. How you look at it, honestly, we personally look at it as challenge as an encouraging factor
Hmm.
for us to work hard and to get the project faster.
Hmm.
If honestly no challenges, then definitely something wrong in that line. So you can't,
Yeah.
it can't be so good to be true. It's that way.
No, because why I asked this question, because few developers have quoted this, that they have faced more challenges in a redevelopment society than in a slum rehabilitation, which was quite surprising to know. So if you come across such challenge, especially in redevelopment, because I understand the society is approached by a lot of builders, a lot of developers, and each one of them pitch them in certain way. I would even say pamper them, take them to a hotel and give them a good presentation. So how do you compete with other builders when they approach such societies?
See, as I said, your work speaks for yourself. I can give a fancy presentation. I
Hmm.
can do whatever is there. We personally believe that when you show a reality to the to any customer, be
Yeah.
it your customer at flat, be it your customer in slum, be it your tenant in society.
Hmm.
You show them what you are actually going to give. Doing a fancy presentation, all of that is great, nice. Rather than, I would say, everyone today is striving to show them the best of the entire presentation in terms of transparency, in terms of detailed planning, or a complete transparent presentation is something which we strive to do, because
Hmm.
that will show the customer the real picture of what the tenant is actually going to get
Hmm.
once the project is ready. So if we are able to really manage that in the meeting, that's the success of the meeting, at least what we believe in. And as I said, competition will be there. There will be, it's healthy. People get more options. People will tell, अरे ये builder ने तो हमको ये
Yeah.
दिया, आप थोड़ा और बढ़ा दो, हम आपके साथ जाएंगे.
Hmm.
Then they will speak to us. Then they will go to builder A again.
Hmm.
अजमेरा ने तो ये दिया, आप
Hmm.
थोड़ा और बढ़ा दो तो हम आपके साथ जाएंगे. So eventually somewhere you draw a line, because
Hmm.
every one of us is here to do business
Yeah.
and to do work, right? But
Hmm.
somewhere if we feel that no, beyond this, if we go ahead, it's something, it's a risk, because markets is dynamic. Probably something goes wrong.
Hmm.
If the markets fall, the margins are not that healthy enough to actually go through or strive through that thing, right? So if
Hmm.
tomorrow there is a fall of 10, 15, 20% in the market,
Hmm.
I don't think somebody who's at the edge will probably even be able to survive. So rather than, and then after that, because those 100 tenants are going to be my spokesperson, because if I give a great project to them, they are going to recommend to probably 1,000 of their friends put together that Ajmera did a great work for them. So we want
Yeah.
to see to it, we always commit to what we say, and probably give the best, more than what we've committed. So if we can really continue doing that in the project,
Hmm.
we'll probably push it. So if somewhere we have to draw a line, we draw a line. It's okay, there are 30,000 buildings available in Mumbai, one of it goes is fine, but let's not just be very desperate to make one society happy and then probably do a loss in the project or not do the project. It's
Hmm.
best to leave it at the right time. So, and I think it's a right decision, and many developers now who are who've been in this business have clearly drawn a line that this is where I can grow, I can go.
Hmm.
Just in the need of competition, I will probably give you a 2% higher or a 3% higher is something which everyone now clearly draws a line, and that's the real developer who knows his business well and who knows that with this I will be able to deliver. Without which, probably unless I am happy making a loss but doing it for an emotional reason, that's a very separate issue. But 99% they will draw a line and just say we will not go ahead,
So,
and that is right for a project, for the tenant, for the developer,
yeah.
everybody.
So has there been any instance where you have drawn the line and you have let go of the
Oh,
project?
many,
Yeah.
many projects. So somewhere we felt that these projects were just coming to us, but no, within the aid of competition, somebody gave a percentage or a two higher,
Hmm.
and they moved ahead, which is good for them. But somewhere we drew a line and we didn't move ahead. But we personally believe that that is the right approach to
Yeah.
do, and we continue to do that.
Interesting. So let's talk about the future of Indian real estate market. Are there any emerging trends or technology that you feel would disrupt the real estate market in coming years? And these changes, do you vision or envision it in a manner that it's going to shape up the way we buy, invest, even sell in real estate?
So, I would just want you to go a little bit backwards, or, behind maybe 10, 15, 20 years back, when, when we were, like, just to give some amenities example, like, when we were about 30, 40 years back, the floorings available in the market where some of our projects itself, or that was the trend in the market, where the mosaic tiles was as a flooring. But today, those changes evolve. Today in our homes there are vitrified tiles, there are marbles, there are ceramic tiles, those, so many different things available. So things change, things evolve, but now with technology coming in, a lot of this has been changed. So like, if you look at this, 10 years back, everywhere everyone was only looking at physical, uh, if I have to look at marketing point of view, right? So only, let's say, hoardings, only newspaper ads,
yeah.
or something. But today, if you see, those, a lot of this has changed to social media marketing,
Yeah.
to the Instagrams of the world and all of that,
The virtual
and the
tours.
virtual tours. Today, it's so encouraging. Like, when we see our apartments, somebody who's sitting in America or Australia or wherever, actually able to see the entire construction and be able to see the entire 3D view of how his or her flat is going to look like, and then take a decision, an implied decision. It's not something he's playing blind. He's actually getting to see what is actually available. Today we can actually showcase the entire apartment, show to the customer, and then he can take a decision. So a lot of this is changing, and which is for good. So at least in real estate, what I see is that technology is playing and will continue to play a big role. uh, Real estate companies which adopt to these technologies is just not marketing as one of it, but it is also construction, it is also into execution, it's also into administration, everywhere, procurement, everywhere. How much ever better you can efficient yourself, how fast you can do, that's how your company will grow. Because eventually, as the old saying goes, time is money. So the more time you save, the more money you save. The better you construct, and faster you construct, is more money you save. So this all, how much ever faster we do with efficient planning, with better technology, I think it's just going to make your company better. And the faster you adopt to it, it's great. My personal belief is AI is really going to take a lot of it within its scope. There will be a lot of reporting, there will be a lot of data available with the help of AI, which will help you take an implied decision in maybe buying a land, maybe designing a home, maybe looking at your progress of the company, or the sales report, or whatever it is. So I think a lot of it will be AI generated. Primarily, a lot will come into AI actually giving the basic uh, details to a customer who is actually wanting to buy. But lastly, it's the touch and feel will come. It's not that it will not come, because eventually homes are real. Even if I'm buying a 3D home, which may be future whenever it comes, or I'm buying a brick and mortar home, it's a home which I'm buying, where I'm going to stay. So that will stay for real. How better we can do with its efficiency in terms of better homes, better technology homes, better quality homes, with the use of this technology, is what we should continue to do.
So, talking about prop tech, there are a lot of startups that have come in Indian market when it comes to procurement, when it comes to construction, even BIM. So, what is your take when it comes to prop tech ecosystem in India? Do you think we are maturing in certain way, or we are still in a nascent stage where the startups have to learn more in terms of collaborating with developers, or even in terms of growing their tech part? What is your take on that?
So my take is, as I said, technology is here to stay. People will not. The faster the people accept it, it's going to be better. Prop techs are great. Everyone feels, the only disadvantage I see is everyone feels my prop tech is the best, but that's not the reality. There, somebody who is of a great mind, but who mixes with the experience and comes in with technology, I think that is the real prop tech. So what I'm saying is, if I have a thought in mind, right, and if that thought with the experience of a probably senior or somebody who's been in that business, they merge together with technology, can bring the real prop tech out, right? So rather then developing just a prop tech in terms of technology, or probably just as a startup. I think if we would work towards the end solution, to where it starts and to where it ends, probably till the last, and with that, I think those prop techs will actually emerge to be better and work for the for the real estate market. There will be companies and there are many companies who are working in that direction, and eventually some will stay, some will go away. But I think prop tech is just one way of looking at the best technologies coming for real estate, where probably 60-70% is great, 30% may not be good, or not be useful or practical or whatever it is. So it's something where I believe that it will the better planning and efficiency you do in prop tech will be for a long term use.
I want to know, what advice would you give to the young entrepreneurs, even the aspiring young generation who are trying to make their mark in the real estate sector?
Well, I'm still young, don't call me so old. But on a thing, I think my feeling is that India is now going to and is working. Today India will growth is going to come with the young population which is there. Today India is 65% of our population is young. It's thriving, right? So, and that is where we will really grow. uh, if I have to look uh, for any young entrepreneur who want to be a real estate developer or a player, I think two three things, as we say, as our company ethos continue: be transparent, uh, stay to your commitments, and give the right product at the right value. I think that will actually make your brand sustain, make your brand work a towards the long term. B, do whatever it takes, your brand will automatically grow. So that is something which I personally believe, and we work towards it. As a young and a proud Indian, my take is that we want to see to it that India has a great potential in terms of its value across the world. India will be the next growing economy. It is, but it will even continue to be faster than what it is, and we all should take advantage of it, personally, professionally, and at the same time, let's make better homes, let's make better environment where all of us are proud to stay in.